We back.
Again, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay.
Today we're going to do some story times about our weirdest encounters with men.
They're all fried.
There
in
has
the
been a
head.
lot.
I hate them. There's been not a lot of
This
men
is
in our
only
lives,
like
but
some. There's a lot.
also we matched today. It's not cute, but like it's fine. Anyways, we've had the weirdest experiences with guys. I don't know why. I think they just are
Honestly,
weirdly
all
attracted
women
to
can
us.
probably relate.
Or it's because we live in a small town in Canada. I don't know.
I think it's just because we're women and
everyone can relate. I bet guys can relate too, though. Not being sexist, I feel like there's a lot of fucking crazy bitches in the world as well.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
This actually, the reason we decided to do this video is because
This literally just happened to us. Like literally fresh off the
I don't know, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Jess and I decided to go to the marina down
So
by where we live.
it's like this place. Yeah, it's just like
it's a marina.
marina. You probably know what it is. But
A waterfront. And
because they had ice sculptures, and I was so
sculptures.
excited, and I wanted to see the ice sculptures,
Anyway, we pull in Jess's car.
which is falling apart, but it's fine.
Yeah. So immediately this man starts like waving at us. And like
honestly, he
we're
did
like-
not look old either.
we
He
thought
looked-
we knew him, right? And then he starts like laughing at our car and we're like, oh my god, like is something wrong with your car?
I thought my friend had fell off.
Because we're like, honestly, it's not even surprising. Her car is kind of falling apart anyway. So we're like, why is he laughing? So we're like waiting. We're kind of creeped out. Anyway, we get out.
Also,
and
my passenger side door is broken, so I have to, like, the passenger seat has to hop over the person driving.
Yeah, so there's only,
I'm
like, one
terrified
door.
to get out, and we both have such bad anxiety. It's like, oh
we're
my
like,
god.
do we know this guy? He's gonna think we're weird. So we get out and he's looking at us funny, and we like we're walking towards the snow sculptures, and he was kind of that way, and he looks at us dead in the eye. He goes, "You girls look like dolls."
You girls look like dolls. Like, what?
And like not even in a normal voice, like a creepy voice.
The creepiest voice I have ever heard.
And Jess and I like didn't say anything because we were scared, so we just kept walking. And he's like, "Where are you girls going?" As we're like on our way to the ice sculptures, and we were like looking at each other like.
And then
he like starts laughing in
maniacally laughing, like
super
frickin'
loud, in the
Dr.
craziest
Evilini,
voice.
Wizards of Waverly Place shit.
Like
it was
if you look up like an evil laugh,
it was this
on
guy.
YouTube, it's this guy. And he's super loud, and he's still laughing as it's already like a minute, and we're still walking. He's just going crazy, and we're like,
By
so
himself.
like. We looked at the ice sculptures and we're scared to go back, right? And we talked to this family, like, hey, like, make sure when you go back there's this weird guy. And they're like, oh, yeah, he asked us for money earlier. And we're like, oh, well, I wish he asked us for money instead of calling us freaking dolls.
And it was just like, I've seen Pretty Little Liars. I've seen Criminal Minds. I know how that shit ends.
He was
And
just
it
this
ain't
normal
good.
looking 30-year-old man.
Wearing a plaid freaking... I mean, everyone
Bush
wears
jacket.
plaid here. Everyone wears
Normal.
plaid bush jacket. But, like, yeah.
It was creepy. Jess
it
and I
was
were, like,
really creepy.
scared.
Like, what kind of drugs are you on? I don't get it.
Literally.
But, yeah, that's our first one. Just to shimmy us into this. That was so cringy. I don't know what I meant by that. Anyways, so, this is about, like, I don't know if I would consider this a date. I think I was dating someone else at the time.
It was kind of like, oh my god. I feel like it was kind of like
I don't think.
Yeah, no, it was probably like a date or like a.
I don't know.
A hangout.
It was a hangout. So I met this guy, and like, I'm not even gonna go into too much detail about this guy. I met him through friends, whatever, and like he's fine. He's like a good person. Actually,
Normal.
he's normal. He's actually a good person. Like whatever. Not like bashing him or anything. It was just fucking weird. So then he invites me over. Like we went out for breakfast and invites me over to his house because he had to go check his mail or something. He was like giving me a
normal
tour
things.
of his house, and I was like, okay,
Normal
like whatever,
things.
normal things.
Seemingly.
And like yeah, so we were like sitting down in his bedroom. And like literally just talking about like crafts and like 6th grade and like animals, normal shit. So then his like animal comes in the room, and I was like, oh haha, like your animal's so chunky, because it was a cat. And I was like, the cat's chunky because it was just like, it was cute,
It was
and
a
it was
fat
fuzzy,
cat.
and it was fat, and it was cute, and it was big. So then he's like literally just like
Looking at her.
looking at me, and I'm
Pissed.
like, ha ha ha, like literally pissed off, and I'm like, wow, this is so funny, like this guy's fucking joking, whatever. And then he's just like, apologize, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, what do you
And then
mean?
he's like, I was like, what? And he's like, apologize to the cat, and I like dead
ha, ha,
serious,
okay.
and I'm like, ha 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 ha, like, and then he was pissed at me, like for the rest of the hangout. It was like 20 minutes of just sitting there doing nothing, and eventually he whips out a fucking bagpipe, a musical instrument, And I'm like trying to like have a conversation because it got so awkward.
It's like just
at this
one
point.
weird thing after the next.
One weird thing after the next, and he starts bagpiping, but like over my voice, and I'm like trying to talk to this guy, and it was just like, this is how I remember it. Honestly, it could have been so different, but this is how I remember things, and it kills me because it was just like, it's not that it was a bad date, like, cause like it was, but like it's not that he's a bad person or like weird or like anything like that. It was just so. It was weird. Honestly, but it was just weird. Funny. And like I feel like I've talked to this person since probably, and like things weren't weird. It was just,
if it's you, we're sorry. And if you're watching this, no
hard
offense.
feelings. And I'm honestly like,
sometimes
I was probably weird too, but like it's just sometimes it's just the way she goes. But yeah, that was a story, and I thought it was just really fucking funny. And I don't know how I got out of it. I feel like I said like I needed to be home, or like I don't know who said what, but like it just ended real fast, and I just went home. And I don't think it was a date because we were never like romantic or anything like that. It was just a weird hangout. So yeah.
I think one of the strangest things happened to me when I was in university. I was in a class and we had an assignment due, so me and my friend quickly ran to the library, which is another building, but whatever, to print this thing out. And the printers at the library and the computers are so old, so things take like 20 minutes just to like log in and have something printed, which is fine, whatever. We have time, so we're logging onto the computer and it's, taking a while. And this man, this boy walks up to me and he looks at my pants and he goes, "Did you make those yourself?" And I'm like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "Your pants. They're like bedazzled. Like,
what were
did you make them yourself?
Though?
They are like from Toys R Us or something?" Like, he was dead serious. And I was like, "No, I got them in the States. They were Victoria's Secret pink pants
with like sequins
that on like letter in pink on my legs." And I was like, no, like I got them from a store." And he's like, "Oh, they look nice, pretty cool. Looks like you did them yourself." And he was like, in a genuine way, as genuine as you can be in that way. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." And then like I kind of like was doing my own thing, so I wasn't paying attention. So he walked away. And next thing you know, he pulls out this stool, and he starts doing this handstand on a stool, like in the middle of the library, huge, quiet place, just a handstand right in the middle. And I'm like looking back, and I'm looking at my friend. We're like what? Like, that was weird. And then he's like starts doing push-ups as he's doing this handstand. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Anyways, I'm doing my printed my thing out. My friend goes to get the paper out of the printer, and I'm like logging off, whatever. And he comes back over to me. He's like, "Do you skateboard?" And I'm like, "Sorry?" He's like, "Do you skateboard? Like your hat. You look like a skateboarder." I was like, "No, I don't skateboard at all." He's like, "Oh, must just be the hat. So, how's it going? What are you doing? Like, what class are you in? Like, want to hang out sometime?" And I'm like, "I don't know you. I'm sorry. I actually have to get back to class though. Like, my friend's back. I gotta go. Bye." And he was like pissed that I was like saying bye and all this stuff. And it honestly was really weird. Like, it was just it was just random. It was weird.
That is fucking weird. Like, imagine
Did
that.
you get your pants from Toys R Us? Did you make them yourself?
Should I be offended? Are you hitting
Yeah, like,
on me? Do you want to be my friend?
I was honestly
Do you wanna
offended.
Make slime? Like, yeah. But anyways, so our big fucking finale. This story, I don't even know where to start because it is so fried. Like, I don't know. And it's
Was
like
it New
funny
Year's?
now, and like I would not consider this anything like bad because we were like friends, and like it's not like I'm like it was just funny.
We know
and
this
fucking
man,
weird. Like at the time, acquaintance, arch nemesis. Just kidding.
Whatever.
Anyways, yeah,
I think this person did it because they thought it was funny.
And then I was just
like a sexual kind
it
of
was
way.
not like that at all. Like, no, 100%. It was not.
Well,
like
honestly,
that.
they may have thought that.
It was just, I don't think so. Anyways, so it's 100% a joke, but it was just not fucking funny. Anyways, so it was New Year's, and this was like 3 New Years ago, and I was in a bush having a bonfire because it's freaking a small town in Canada, and everyone's a freaking hicks. Long story short, his like truck breaks down. He's like, "We gotta go to my house because I need to get coolant so something will work again." And I was like, "Alrighty, I guess sure." I'm like, this is 3 years ago.
Okay, sure.
All right, sure. We're already friends, All right. So go in his house, and he's like, "Yeah, like I can make something to eat because like it's super late." Like
this guy's like a chef too, so we're like,
I've been
so she's
out,
like, "Yeah, like food.
Like,
you're good at
like,
this."
cool. I've been out for, you know, how many hours, and I haven't eaten, and I'm starving, and I just want to go home because it's 5 in the morning. So he's like, yeah, I'll make pierogies, no problem. So then he like leaves, and then he like comes back, and all of a sudden, everything's out. Like dick out. Like
walks
everything's
into the
out.
kitchen, no
walks
pants.
out, no pants, or like
Just
I can't remember.
strutting his
Maybe
stuff.
maybe he was wearing pants. I don't fucking know. Strutting his stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? What the heck? I was like, I don't know what to do. So I'm like tweaking.
He's kind of scared.
I was like, I know it was a joke and it was not like
But it's like,
sexual,
I don't
but
wanna
it's like,
see
I don't know
that.
what to do. I don't know. So
like,
then
I don't really know you.
and it was like I hid in the bathroom, and then he's like, Jessica, it's just a joke, haha. And he's like, come on. I'm like, no, you better drive me home, because I was pissed. And then I went home, and then I think we were like fine the next day, and like everything was like back normal. Like I don't know what was going on that night. It was I do not know. But yeah, everything's good now and great. And like, to conclude this video, I think guys are like not. I don't get
it's
their
probably not
brains.
just guys in general. I think it's just
100%.
some
like, not
people
sexist.
like.
I just don't get what goes on in people's
We
brains.
just have a lot of experiences with guys
boys, yeah, but it's
doing
like
this, but
no,
it's definitely
girls
like
are
everyone.
just as crazy. Other people are just as crazy. Like,
But
doesn't
that's
matter
our
your
story.
gender.
We
Yeah.
decided to
share.
guys.
So
just
yeah,
share.
and like no hate to like any of those people. Like, yeah,
Don't be weird.
don't be weird. Anyways, until next time.